there. Hope everybody's doing okay this weekend. Let's turn that down a little bit. I just kind of want to hear what I sound like on this setup. Okay, I seem to be sounding okay. I hope I sound okay to you guys. I'm going to adjust my microphone real quick. So, just so that you're aware, we had a bunch of technical difficulties originally, where my computer actually had to kind of be reset entirely. Something didn't jive with one of our updates, and I could not get audio in or out of the computer at all. Nothing else, no compromises with files and folders and all that kind of stuff. But one of the updates didn't jive, and so our microphone wasn't doing good. I couldn't get music through it. I couldn't get my stuff through it, any of that. It was just a nightmare. Took a long time to get situated, and even now I'm not 100% up to what I was, so please forgive any little idiosyncrasies that you might notice from the previous stream setup, if you notice any, or if you notice something that's unpleasant to look at, unpleasant to hear, you know, the voice doesn't sound right, the music doesn't sound right, let me know. I can make those tweaks and adjust those, but yeah, it took some time to get it done. I only just finished up getting half of it done just like literally a couple of minutes ago, so we'll go ahead and let that music do its thing out there. But other than that, I hope you guys are having a wonderful weekend, or have had a wonderful weekend thus far. Here we are on Sunday. Of course, if Viddy pops into the stream, or anybody that's south of the equator, we're looking at a Monday. But I would like to go ahead and say, as I usually do when I start out, we'll let a little bit of music in. Just a little bit. Why not? I'm just going to let you guys know that before I start, I usually do this at the beginning and the end, and I want to continue this trend because it's so important to me, especially when it comes into these times where I have some sort of tech issue, right? Some sort of problem where I'm not able to jump straight in to do or be a part of the streaming community for a bit because of technical difficulties. And so what I want to say is, if you are somebody who enjoys the kind of content that I do, you enjoy gaming, you enjoy just kind of having fun and enjoying the fun that's had in this, I highly recommend you check out the channels below in the description. I hope everything is kind of still down there. It looked like it was. And Ash says, hey Ash, how you doing? I hope you're doing okay. I hope everything looks and sounds okay so far. I did have to rebuild this all from scratch, if you can believe it. So some stuff may look different, sound different. If it doesn't sound pleasant, if there's something not good, you know, there's a buzz, there's a hiss, there's a beep, there's a rumble, let me know so that I can make those adjustments so that it's not an unpleasant experience for you all. But good to see you as always, and that brings me, of course, to what I was saying. The links down below are to other streamers, content creators, etc., that I think you might enjoy if you're just in it to enjoy being around a good community of people that are all about having fun. So you've got down below, you do have Ash, who's here in the chat, who has got, I'm eating beans on toast. Good day. That's I was going to say, I guess that is a remarkably, I think I was going to say that is a remarkably British thing to do. I think there's an American variation of it, but it's not a very pleasant name. It's not something I would want to call something I was eating. So, but yeah. But anyway, Ash is one of the channels down below. Of course, he'll be starting some content fairly soon, and we've got other projects in the works. We're working on stuff coming up, hopefully, here in the next several weeks. Obviously, we're already in December, if you can believe that. So, but we'll say 2024 for stuff that's forthcoming for us. But we should see some cool stuff coming out from him soon, and his content's always great and engaging and fun, at least by my opinion. And then after that, down below, you also have Viddy, who has Viddy plays and Viddy's gaming videos. He does everything from reviews to birthday streams to just fun in general. He always just seems to enjoy himself. and my counterweight on my microphone was being a little wonky there, so hopefully there wasn't a whole bunch of handling noise. We also have Omega Ace Gaming, who does streams weekly, at least once a week, but sometimes multiple times a week, where he plays either older or more esoteric games. And in this case, he's actually been playing, I think he's been playing the new Castlevania clone that has come out, which is really, really cool, really interesting. And then we also have Thumb Bros. I don't give a thumb formally, but now Thumb Bros. A speedrunning and strategist and so on and so forth. I mean, there's all kinds of reasons to watch this guy's channel, whether it be just enjoying the speedruns, enjoying the game, or learning to be a better or faster gamer yourself. So I do highly recommend any and all of those channels. And then, of course, not least, but last but certainly not least, there we go, my beautiful wife, the Siren Ivy, on Twitch. So all of these great people that in interims where I can't go live or the other ones can't go live, there's a plethora of great people, great content creators that you can enjoy the content of. So at least I do hope that that's the case there. So I'm going to go ahead and change things over. Let's go ahead and get the music down. I'm going to go ahead and change things over. And hopefully here we can see everything. It looks like all of my stuff. I don't have my usual toolbar. I'm trying to take a look really quick. I want to just see. I don't have my. I usually have a little toolbar that tells me, gives me some information that I need. It looks. I mean, it looks. There was an update, so maybe. Let's see. Stats is what I want, right? Reset, and I will. Can I drag? Can I put that here somewhere? Maybe. It doesn't want to let me do that, I guess. Okay, that's fine. So I will just pop it up here, and I don't know why they don't want me to be able to put this in a. Well, they kind of did. They kind of let me do it for a minute, and then they were like, nah. Oh, yeah, there we go. This side, maybe? Oh, no, not that side. It's good. Not gonna let me do that. Let's put it this way. Okay, that'll be fine. That way, it just lets me take a look at my stats, see if I'm dropping frames or anything like that. Hopefully everything is nice and high definition. There we are. Okay. So now we have. Let me turn that down a little bit. Beans on Toast Demolished. Very. Yeah, so we have an American version of that. It's not pleasantly named, in my opinion. Not something I would ever want to eat. Something that I would not want to name. Let me see something real quick. Okay, there we go. Something I would not want to call something that I ate. Let's put it that way. Okay, and I think that might be a little loud, so I'm gonna change my side chain real quick. I'm going to change it to 10 to 1 and see if that makes it a little more pleasant to listen to. Alright, let's see if that crushes things a smidge more, and I'll turn this down by 3 decibels. Maybe that's a little more pleasant. That's still pretty loud. Let's try that. Maybe that's a little bit more pleasant. There we go. Okay. When it comes to English beans on toast, gotta have brown sauce. Delish. I don't even know what brown sauce is. We have a brown sauce here, but we would call that gravy. And normally that wouldn't go with beans, but, you know, all kinds of different things that, all kinds of different strokes for different folks. Also, English beans on toast. Are we talking about the English? Yeah, it's not gravy. Okay. You say English beans on toast. What is the difference between an English bean and an American bean? Oh, now we're in a spooky. Alongside ketchup and that kind of stuff. Oh, okay. So it's kind of okay. So it's a condiment. Okay, that's interesting. I'll have to take a look at that. See if I can find some and try it. Well, I say that I can't eat most things, so that's cool. The English bean is the English bean, but not. But is it just the English like edible bean or coffee bean or brown sauce with bacon and/or sausage sandwiches? Okay, I'll have to take a look and see what it's got. And if it's got like garlic, of course I can't touch it. But yeah, that sounds interesting. I would certainly give it a try. So this, I noticed that the little icons change colors to orange and the word's purple now. And this is definitely a play on Teddy Bear Picnic, which is, if you're listening to it and going, oh, this is familiar, that's the song that originally inspired Gruntilda's lair in Banjo-Kazooie. So this is just kind of cool. No garlic. Look at this guy. No wonder his name backwards is Alucard. No, it is not. It's not Alucard. My name backwards would be Terag, I think. Which the Burninator. No, I know that's Trogdor. But yeah, I cannot have garlic. That is literally poison to me. If you can believe that. It won't kill me, but it will make me remarkably sick for a very long period of time, or for a decent period of time. So I avoid it like the plague. The little cloud in the back is also doing the little boo face, I think. Yeah, they kind of wiggle around a little bit. It feels like I can pick this up, but I can't. They're Eries. I can't do anything about those. Dang. Okay. I've been all right. Just busy trying to get this stuff back up, and then normal busy with work and holiday. We only just had technically, we had our family Thanksgiving yesterday. So that was an interesting experience. It was very fun. I wasn't sure that it was going to be super enjoyable, just because I'm not a very I knew I should have spin jumped. I'm not very our family holidays are kind of weird, to put it that way. We have fun. How about yourself though? How have you been, much more importantly? I hope you've been doing well. I know we stay in contact. I try to stay in contact as much as possible, but it doesn't mean I don't get to hear all the good stuff going on in your life necessarily, which I'm excited for. Okay, I have no. This is a little. And when they hold the little bone up, they are temporarily invulnerable. But yeah, how have you been? What all awesome stuff has been going on in your life? Hopefully, tons and tons of awesome stuff. At least comfort. There we are. I didn't... Oh, okay. Wasn't paying... Luckily, I was paying a little bit of attention. Though, well, not enough, apparently. Okay, so they just... Oh, they just resurrect on their own. But they automatically, like, despawn. Oh, shoot. There we go. I almost felt like CJ there for a second. Here we go again. Oh, really? That's a cheap and dirty trick. Oh, okay. They knew that was going to happen. That's why they did that. Little bit of a dirty trick. Okay, cool. That was actually something I could go into. Okay, I'm sure they wanted me to jump on that Eerie, but I don't need to. You can only spin jump on Eerie's. That's the same pretty well with any... Oh, it's now started to rain. And they're a little E, like... they look like they say E. I think those are actually just supposed to be epitaphs, but they are the little tombstones. Whoa. Okay, I didn't realize that that was going to work out as well as it did. And then I said something. Okay, everything is wrong here. We got that fixed. Okay, cool. Wakey, wakey, eggs and bakey for nearly 20 minutes before going off to an appointment. Hopefully a good appointment. Hopefully a checkup to say you're in tip-top health. That's what I'm hoping, but welcome in, Vidi. As I was saying, my apologies for the delay in inaccessibility, or general inaccessibility, let's call it, as I had several technical difficulties. There we are. I wasn't going to get that, it was right. Oh, it's confirmed. Retro is the doctor. I wish... Well, well, more so optometrist, hopefully. Okay. Well, hopefully good news nonetheless, though. That would be really cool. I thought it was cool. Again, I don't know a ton about the Doctor, or Doctor Who. I don't go all the way... Well, I guess I kind of do. I haven't watched all of the episodes. I've kind of peppered them in, but ever since, like, the Tom Baker episodes. Didn't care. I am sure it'll be a stable checkup. Well, good. I hope so. I wasn't a big fan of the 9th Doctor. And then 10 was Tennant, and then 14 is Tennant again, so I thought that was kind of cool. Be right back. Yeah, of course. But, if not, it's gonna say, you're gonna say something awful. No, I'm just teasing. Okay, I don't think those can even be spin jumped on. I could be wrong about that, though. I might experiment with it. I don't know what I'm meant to do that. I'm partial to beans on toast. Yeah, it's not an American thing. To have beans on toast. Gravy on toast, sausage on toast, but not beans on toast. Okay, something about this feels poisonous. And I'm sure that I didn't read the... I'm sure I probably didn't read that it says something about poison. I'm sure. Okay, so that does kill you, but I jumped right through it. Oh man, I've missed a spooky stage. I'm back. Just one, and it was a fairly simple. Okay, green gas swamp. Okay, still that feels poisonous. Yeah, this whole world is a little creepy, and the music is nice. I don't know where all of it comes from. Some of it I do. Some of it I'm like, okay, I know where that came from. But some of it I think might be original. Okay, so the hitbox is just really low in those things. Okay, that's fine. Okay. Yeah, this... Shoot. Okay, there we go. Yeah, I almost feel like I need to, like, be above the, I almost feel like I need to try to find, like, clean air above the gas. Woo. Alright. I felt like that I should be able to go in there. Yeah, I was gonna say, beans, okay. Oh, what was that? Wait a minute. What is that little bar? It starts to go down when I'm... Oh? What is that little bar? Oh, well, it doesn't matter now. Dang it. I'm curious. The little bar goes down, but I can't figure out... I thought it was like when I wasn't jumping, but it just kind of seems to appear at random. Alright, you go do your thing over there. I'm going to try not to lose my mushroom super early. There we go. It was a green force field that failed against the Koopas. That would be interesting. That would be cool to have like a force field stage. Let's come back over here and run. Whoa! Alright, fine. I lost it super early. Exactly like I was avoiding. Or attempting to avoid. Alright. I don't know what I'm supposed to... So the water, I believe, is immediately toxic. I believe the water is immediately poison. So, am I right? No. No, it isn't. So... Okay. I don't know why I feel like it was immediately poisonous. I thought there was bubbling. Uh-oh. Oh, dang it. Okay. Viddy, do you like the new Doctor Who? I don't know which one you guys are talking about, but I do. If it's the one I'm thinking about, I like it. Okay, so see, it looks like it's bubbling, right? That looks like that shouldn't be safe. But I guess it's safe. The most recent special titled Wild Blue Yonder. Yeah, I'm not sure if I like the Star Beast, though. It's lovely. Very heavy-handed, which certainly creates a storm. I don't know. I haven't seen anything on that, so I can't speak to it, sadly. Retro, we all know it's the 5897th Doctor. Keep up. No, it's the... I know that we are supposed... Okay, maybe I'm wrong, but I'm gonna say it anyway. I think we're supposed to be 14th Doctor, which was 10th Doctor, or regained face of 10th Doctor, which is... And then we're supposed to have... We already have the announcement of the 15th Doctor. Am I wrong? Am I way off base? That's possible. Again, I'm not an expert on Doctor Who. Not that I don't enjoy it, I'm not an expert. Okay, so it has this little... Wait a minute. I think I may know what's going on here. Okay, when I get out of the green, does it go away? It does. I'm running out of oxygen. It's the 26th Doctor officially, and if you count the Hidden Doctor dance portions of Season 6 in 1986, what am I even on about? I'm not an expert. I think, or I thought, rather, that I knew. But there is no guarantee that I actually am correct at all. But what I understood was that was kind of the case. Which again, the 10th Doctor was a Doctor that I liked because I really liked the actor. Okay. For a plethora of reasons. It's an oxygen meter. So this green is bad for Mario. Okay, at least it doesn't take me all the way back to Tiny. Woo. Oh, I'm gonna die from just oxygen deprivation. I shouldn't have even jumped. I didn't even know. Well, a 90s Red-Nosed Day special of Doctor Who had a 9th Doctor regenerate quickly to the 13th Doctor, and for a while was considered the end of Doctor Who because the Doctor was supposed to have 13 people. Oh, really? I didn't know that. I remember that the 9th Doctor was not somebody that I particularly thought was fit for the role, but I also don't know enough about it to speak. I mean, I know some of it, but I don't know enough about it to speak on it in that, like, in that kind of more of an uber fandom way. Whoops. Coin, right? Yep. Okay, let's try. Beautiful. This is actually a really interesting concept of the oxygen thing, because Wario's always kind of had, it's kind of always been easy to, I'm gonna get you over here, boo. It's always kind of been easy to, well, I didn't make that work, but okay. It's always kind of been easy to manage oxygen with Mario because it was just kind of like, oh, get coins. Oh, it's still going down from here. What about here? But now it's not. Like, it doesn't matter how many coins I have. If I don't have oxygen, I don't have oxygen. What an interesting little concept. Okay, so here I shouldn't have to actually jump. I just can kind of wait. And that was how close I was the last time. Good lord. Oh, I thought he was fantastic. Oh, well, that's fair. I just, again, the 9th Doctor was the, and I don't remember the actor's name, sadly. It was the actor with the close-cropped hair and the kind of ears that stuck out a bit. I just wasn't the biggest fan of him. But also, stacking him, unless I'm on the wrong Doctor, but stack him up especially to the 10th Doctor, which is where I got most of my watch time, and I personally don't think anybody could stand up to him, but again, I'm a little biased. I really like that actor. Do you remember when the Doctor said the Daleks are coming, build a wall? It was really controversial. That's funny. What's actually really funny too is we have a company, I think it's just in the States, but we have a company that's buying out everything near where we are called Dalek. As funny as that, it's spelled exactly that way too. Not exactly ironic, since the new sonic screwdriver can sort of build walls. That's pretty cool. The walls in the recent special may have said you cannot tell. Oh, sorry. In the recent special may as well have said you cannot tell that the bad guys have stormtrooper accuracy. That's funny. Video, we already secured a £5 million deal from the sponsors on our new channel. How do you feel about abandoning us? I don't mind. Then again, I am on a break. Oh great, I'm quoting Friends now, and I invented the dark time belt. Nice. I don't know Friends at all. Just throwing it there. I never watched. I didn't watch Friends. I didn't grow up with them. If I wanted to pick sitcoms, it was usually... Let's get you over here. That looks like something I can bounce on. Let's do this, huh? Why not? I rarely watch Friends too. I just know a line about being on break or something. Okay. 9. We have a 6. I wonder if this is the next digit, or... Okay, I can't do anything with that, I suppose. Can't do anything with that either. Men are men and women are property. It's a great sitcom in the 70s. No, I did grow up with a lot of that kind of stuff. I did grow up with, like, dang. I did grow up with a lot of Sanford and Son, All in the Family. Red Skelton actually was my favorite comedian. I grew up with a lot of him, but he was from the 60s. I mean, if I can farm 3-ups, why am I not going to do that? Boop. Married with Children. I did see a lot of that. I didn't see all of that, but I did see a lot of that. And yes, that is a great one. Oh, it's not going to let me have a 3-up again. What a son of a gun. Oh, well. Came up with the concept of sitcoms. I'm surprised at all these bootstrap paradoxes I've started. That's... I was going to say. Let's... Yeah, so you have come up with a fair few here now, haven't you? Okay, let's do that. And I think we determined that this was correct. A lot of Frasier. Frasier, I think, was... I mean, I think everybody... I think everybody enjoys and has seen Frasier, though, at this point. And I think they have... Or are properly... Whoops. Frick? Rebooting it. There was a horror concept of it too, which I would have actually really liked it to find out. I thought the idea would have been really kind of cool to say, that Dr. Crane might have actually been like a psychopath or something. That I thought was kind of a cool. Okay, so that's what those are. I thought that was kind of a cool concept to say, but. Is that... I shouldn't... I have no idea. Do I really want to go down there? The answer's probably not. Let's do that. Okay, so there's a... Oh, shoot. It's the Castlevania 4 spiders. Please forgive my silence as I... Oh my gosh. How even would I do this? Aha. Oh, and the spider comes all the way down. Wonderful. Okay, so sorry. Let me... take a look. Faulty Towers is a fave of mine, and I got someone into it recently. They love it. I've been recommended that. I haven't had the chance to watch it just yet, sadly. I say just yet. I haven't had the chance to watch much of anything, to be honest with you. But that having been said, I would like to see it. As far as, excuse me. Let's see what's in here, I guess. It's, okay. I think this is the door that I went in for that. It's British television, though, that isn't it? And as far as that goes, things that I've enjoyed from there would be like a bit of Fry and Laurie. I've said this before, I think. Blackadder, a bit of Fry and Laurie, those would be the big ones. That I enjoyed off of British television. I would say English, but I think it's properly British. We don't get a lot of that over here, though. We don't get to turn into when I. There's wonderful someone revving his motorcycle outside, so if you can hear that, my apologies. And if you're sitting there going, well, I don't know why he would do that, neither do I. We get a fair few group of people that do that. Dang it. The little, gosh dang it, the little sleepy ones don't turn around with you. I'm used to motorcycles and Let's Play Stream Chill. In fact, it's a fun norm. It's me, I bought a bike, come and look at. That'd be cool. I would do that. Well, I came up with the concept of streams. Dang it, I got a lot of time. I've never, do you read? Do you know what a book is? I've read about a book once. About the purple block. What sort of, it's not a walkthrough. I wish it were. This is my first time playing through these. Maybe this may as well be 2D's Luigi's Mansion, minus the vac. Yeah, kind of, yeah. Sort of, okay. Sort of sitcom actor Neil Patrick Harris is portraying the main villain in the next Doctor Who special. That's really cool. John Cleese might as well be royalty over here. Sorry, I'm trying to catch back up on things that I was missing while hyper focused on not dying. I didn't do very well, but I tried. Yeah, we don't get a lot of English or British, whichever. I don't know. BBC obviously is British, right? That's what the first B stands for. But we don't get any of that over here, so we have to kind of look at it on our own, find it on our own, that kind of stuff. But I've always been a fan of Stephen Fry and Hugh Laurie. For more American television, obviously, nothing that you wouldn't be privy to. But Hugh Laurie is Dr. House in House, and super very impressive actor there. Even though it's absolutely ridiculous, like there is no way that would work in medicine at all. Like there's no diagnostician that could even potentially do that. It's still such a cool concept. And then the fact that he's able to do the whole thing with an American accent, knowing that his actual accent is pretty thick. Some are surprised that BBC, you mean Disney now? Oh wait, that's a new channel thingy for Doctor Who, which to be honest, I'm still not wait, what? Hold on, what happened just there, Viddy? You're giving me news. I saw something about Disney. Let's let these guys come this way. I saw something about Disney hosting one of the Doctor Who specials, but they didn't buy out the BBC, did they? Oh shoot. And I recall Laurie had to say, "I hate tea" in House once, like a sin for him to say. Probably so. Disney Plus has Doctor Who now outside of the UK channels, but no BBC. Okay. I would be very upset to hear that. I don't want to get into the politicking of business ownership, right? But at the end of the day, monopolies are illegal for a reason. It's because if you have one person or one entity which makes all the rules and holds all the funds, there's no ability for competition to maintain lower prices, to maintain more accessible means of, XYZ, whatever the particular product is. And basically they make the rules. And so you end up with a form of tyrant, so to speak, in an environment that you should basically be enjoying, right? Because it's essentially, but yeah. That means we've all signed a legal contract when we got that board game. Does anyone, I gotta throw this out there, and this isn't meant to discourage anybody, it is just something to bring attention to, because I do think it's important. Do any of you ever read the EULA agreements before playing your games, right? The end user license agreements? Before you jump into your games and say, they've got pages and pages, obviously, so they're not fun to read at all, but do you ever read them anyway? Okay, they just get squished. Cool. But I better go to my appointment then. Maybe my time travel will either lead me back to the stream or create Monopoly first, whatever happens by all. It's good to talk to you, Vinny. Good to see you, and I do hope your appointment goes swimmingly. So thanks so much for stopping in. I really appreciate it. But yeah, a serious question, and this can be a question answered after the fact or before the fact. It doesn't matter. I mean, not before the fact, during the fact. My question, son of a gun. Now I'm just slipping up in general, but it's all right. It's part of the experience. Do you read the EULA, the EULA, or the end user license agreements of your games before it? So if you're curious as to what I'm talking about, if you're predominantly a retro gamer, you wouldn't have to worry about this. However, if you are not predominantly a retro gamer, if you're someone who's basically started gaming, especially in the Xbox One era, or really, that was just perfect. If you started, if you started gaming in Xbox, it was something that happened in the 360 age, PlayStation 3, super happened in Xbox One age, and then now here we are in the Xbox Series X, and it happens here. I mean, that is the norm, right? But before you start to play your game, there is the EULA End User License Agreement. I'm not a fan of the EULA. I used to like WF and WCW though. It's not. I wish it were that. I wish it were that frivolous. Yeah, I would be with you. Don't lean over the doctor's desk if you put gloves on, especially if it's an eye checkup. That brings it to the what is it? The Larry the Cable Guy like talks about getting a random colorectal exam and then saying that was the worst dentist he had ever gone to. I mean, there's some humor in the stupidity that is, right? Okay. Okay, I kind of want to see if I can just let him tire out. No, but I think I can get around. Okay, does this take me out of the castle, or have I really done all that for nothing? No, I feel like I need this P-switch for something. I don't know what. Is it this? It can't be that door, right? Because that door would be... I need a door that's already behind bricks, right? Didn't see that spider, so glad that didn't get me. Shoot. So I get that P-switch, but I don't understand. I'm going to explore some more doors if I can. But anyway, if you're someone who grew up with the newer age of gaming, etc., I didn't let him go far enough. Dang it. Oh well, that's okay. We'll just continue. If you're somebody who I think I get it. That 3-up is now eligible again, or rather, I'm eligible for it. There we are. Let's just use the area. He just barely isn't tall enough. Doesn't do me any good. I gotta pay more attention. Like, these spawns are unusual to me, because I don't remember two areas coming this way at all, but anyway. End user license agreement, trying to get on track. I'm actually playing more difficult than I normally would with this kind of commentary, so forgive me that this is a bit tedious. I'm having fun, though. But anyway, you have, whoa, sometimes you go up the stairs and sometimes you don't. No, that's not going to work. That'll do it. All right. But basically, it's the end user license agreement. It basically tells you what you have. The first thing is EULA, right? End user license agreement. So it's almost as if they're licensing you to play the game, which I'm not a big fan of. I think that you buy a game, you should have ownership of that game. Yes, you shouldn't have the right to copy it and distribute it to your friends and make profit off of it. That's obviously something that I think anyone reasonable would agree with. But I also think that I do think that it is. I don't think that it's unreasonable to own things, right? Can't stand digital media, me either. But the big problem that I had was that they. Can I go back out? No. The answer is apparently not. Woof. Okay. So that's miserable. I'm a big fan of Blu-rays too, and even and DVDs. Yeah, exactly. Physical media, right? Oof. Okay. That's just a fake door. Son of a gun with these spiders. Okay. So that's clearly not a good door. That isn't even a door. There's no door there. What the heck am I meant to do? I guess I'm just meant to get that P-switch that's in here and then figure out maybe a blue door appears. I don't know. But anyway, yeah. So they license it even when you have a physical copy of the game, right? They license it out to you. So you're basically being told, "Hey, you've got a disc. We know that, but we can still terminate your ability to use that disc at any given time if you violate this several pages of rules that we have for these several pages of rules, rather." That we have for you. And what's so disheartening about that is because is that ownership itself is kind of becoming a thing of the past. And I'm not saying, again, I'm not saying I'm, uber consumerism and all this stuff. I'm not getting into any of that. All I'm saying is it's good to spend money on things that you get to keep regardless of whether or not you break a term of service. For example, if you say something that's generally unpopular, heck, we'll even say unsafe, you don't deserve to have your TV taken away from you, right? Or the books that you like to read. Those are still yours. Those should still remain yours, right? The same thing I think should apply to video games. You should have the ability to do whatever you want to do. If it's online, I can be a little bit more understanding, of course, because there are going to be people of all ages. If you're banned, dang it. If you are banned from a server or something, at least we know what I'm going to do. I'm going to go for this door, try to get that P switch again, and I think I'm just going to hit the P and figure out where to go. Because I'm pretty sure that that's the answer to this puzzle. I'm not a big fan of I'm not a big fan of like the Mario's had a history of this, but the Mario circuity puzzles I feel like are a little tedious. So they started in Bowser's Castle back in the very first game, so it's nothing new. It's not the most fun because you can do very, very well and still fail the entire level because you didn't figure out how the puzzle went, and so you either ran out of time or whatever. And they gave you plenty of time, which kudos to them for that. But anyway, yeah, you can actually have owned a copy of a game on disc, and they can still actually revoke your ability to launch or boot that disc digitally, regardless. And if you read the end user license agreement, it actually shows you that. I mean, it says that flat out, no uncertain terms. These are not easy jumps. Good Lord. So yeah, I've read that thing, and it's just there's a multitude of things that you can do, and have your physical game that you own a disc of completely revoked. Now, to an extent, again, like with MAG, I don't know if anybody remembers MAG. which is why I plan on buying all the old stuff I went back. Yeah, but I think you're spot on for that. But at the same time, like, yeah, no one can revoke your Super Mario World if they don't like the fact that you said something bad online. You still pop your Super Mario World cartridge into a Super Nintendo or a Super Famicom, and it'll boot right up without fail, so long as the cartridge and the console are in good condition, right? I miss the old stuff, and I just want to own all of that again. I have a different feeling towards the PS5 or newer consoles. Yeah, exactly. Well, it's just, like I said, everybody's doing it. It's not one of those, it's almost like peer pressure, right? Everybody's doing it, so you should. But companies that I really like have gotten bad about leveraging it, right? All of them. That's Nintendo. Now, I think I will give kudos again to Nintendo here, in that I think he's too low to the ground. I think I have to. Maybe not. These are very specific jumps, and Mario has kind of Luigi mechanics, so he's actually kind of slippery here. Dang it. I knew I needed to take that jump slower, slower. Okay, so here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to do this. I'm going to jump up here because I believe this might be the door. Nope. It doesn't change after that. It's still this fireball door. But why else would it be blocked off? I know I'm a broken record, but stuff nowadays just isn't the same, and everything's too focused with being online on the internet. I can't stand. No, absolutely. But it kind of started to go. Again, this is early 2010s, I believe it was. I'm working in the gaming industry, in middle management basically, and Sony comes out. Sony doesn't come out with it, but I don't think it was a Sony specific thing. I know it was Sony exclusive, but it was. I want to take a look up here real quick. Okay, I wonder if that door changed. I think that door. Maybe I want to take. Did I take? I may have taken a look at this door and I just don't realize it. No. Okay, that's a ghost door for now. It just seems so central that it feels like... shoot. They came out with... I've said this game before. They came out with this game called MAG. MAG was... You had to buy the physical disc. It was expensive. And then you had to be online and have connection. And a year later... Not even a year later, I don't think it was. The servers were offline. You spent, $50 or whatever it was on this game. I think it was $39.99, so it was $40, right? But you spent $40 on this game, and you lost the ability to play it in any capacity, even though you owned the disc, after a year's time. And it was all kind of treated like, you know what? It's a good rental fee. $40 was good for a year's worth of rental. Well, no, you still had to pay the subscription fee. You still had to be able to pay to, play online, right? Subscription fee services aren't new. And so... Alright, there we are. So I have the P again, but I don't know what in the world to do with it. It's probably here, right? Tell me this is the end of the bleeding level. Oh my god, it's the halfway point. Can I even make this jump? I can. Got a flower, too. Oh, is this going to be more of this? Oh, it is more of this. I can do it, too, now. What are you going to do? You're going to just keep running around me and firing, I bet. Where the heck do I go? I mean... Did I vault? Oh, is this... Oh, okay, okay. Oh. Okay. Oh, that was helpful. Let's just do that. Okay. Okay. 1 second. I'll get back to this. I'm sorry. Yay! Okay. I don't know what these are. Well, this is gonna suck. I need to bait the spider to pop down, then jump on the spider, then jump on this, and I'm just gonna go. That was all for just a Yoshi coin, by the way. Dragon coin. That's nothing. Okay. Not for nothing. Okay, so somehow it's that door. This one? Okay. Oh, man. Okay, I don't... Oh, you can't spin jump on the tail, huh? Whoops. Okay, so long as you don't hit the jump button. You can't. Dang it. These types of levels are bad. I'm not a fan. It never suited Mario. I agree. It's not my favorite, but I'll make it. It's why current gaming depresses me. If I wanted to revisit an old game on the N64 or whatever console, the Mega Drive, the original Xbox, anything, I can do that and buy a copy. But now some games vanish. Exactly. DC Universe Online, which was a great one. I know it's still technically going, but at the same time, you also have, you know, a subscription service and the ability for that game, again, to disappear at any time. Oh, shoot. I remember. There we are. It's such a it's the reason that chronicling video games is so important. You know, a lot of companies don't want you to back up video games and all this, and that's, I understand. I just didn't have, there was no way. Like, I understand why they don't want you to back up video games, but there are games that get expensive. There are games that get, you know, again, I've quoted this game several times as being a key point, but Hagane. Hagane is a really cool game, but it is very impractical to afford because it's not, no one's putting it back out there. But you can play a ROM of it for nothing. Well, obviously, if Nintendo wanted to relaunch, then that would disincentivize you from making that purchase, right? But it's also not necessary. Like, it's not something that you're not stealing. You know, you're not necessarily, you're just preserving. In any case, the alternative is that they own it, and you can't do anything about it. And they control when you get to play it, and, you know, how much it's going to cost you to play it, and so on and so forth. And that shouldn't be what gaming is. That shouldn't be what business is. Like, if you're going to pay money, no one else should be the one that's telling you when you get to use the thing you just bought. Like, if I go to a grocery store and I buy, if I go to a grocery store and I buy a candy bar, you don't get to tell me where and when I get to eat that. You can tell me you don't want me to eat it on the premises, that's fine. But beyond that, I'm going to eat that candy bar wherever I want to eat the candy bar. There we go. Oh, it goes all the way to that edge? God dang it. Oh, goodness. I'm gonna get it, but dang. I short jumped my spin jump. Dang it. I don't know. That's just me. I wouldn't say that current gaming depresses me. I think that if anything, what it does is it inspires me to continue to do what I've spent decades doing thus far, and that's chronicling. That I've spent decades chronicling video games, collecting video games to have a physical... Oh, they just keep going if the floor's not there, huh? That's good. Actually, that's really nice. So I've spent decades chronicling and collecting, and I have a very impressive collection for that reason. But the intention... Whoop. You got to get comfortable there. The intention is to have, games that I can play whenever I want to, that can be backed up to be distributed whenever other people, whenever they finally fall into obscurity. And my hope is that at some point in time... Oh, shoot, I thought I almost overdid that again. If ever they do fall into obscurity, which I hope that they don't, I'll have the resources necessary to say, no, you know what, we got this, we got it fixed, here you go. Rip this cartridge if you need to. And so that's kind of where I'm at with it. But I mean, even this is a ROM, right? But even this is on a cartridge now. You can actually go to like Etsy, I think, and purchase you can purchase an actual cartridge with this ROM already on it if you want. And I think that's a really cool thing to be able to preserve. And I'm sure that there are, I'm sure the people at Nintendo are detractors of this, but at the same time, it shouldn't be up to them. There we are. That jump right there is not... So what I need to do is I need to let the spider fall. There we are. And then I need to use this to very quickly get in. Thank goodness. Thank goodness. That's laggy looking frame rate too is the way that the game's actually running. That has nothing to do with the stream, believe it or not. So, thank God we're done with that though. That was not my favorite level. Okay. Now we've... okay. Does he come back with wings? I should have... Hold on, can I do it? I can. Let's try. I just want to try this. This may kill me. It didn't. This might, though, still. Oh, the other little... uh-oh. There you go, comic, you doofus. Okay. Well, what do I do now? Okay. I don't know what I'm meant to do here. Okay, I don't understand what I'm supposed to do here. Yeah, I can't jump high enough. I think when 2024 hits, I'm going to be on the internet as little as possible. My channel, our channel, YouTube from time to time, and hopefully that's it. That's a fair... I mean, I think that's fair. It's more difficult to... I mean, the internet is... The internet is the equivalent of handing a civilian, an untrained civilian, a badge and a gun. You have a whole bunch of people that are going to have all of these different opinions, which is fine. But you have no... And I'm not saying there should be censorship, but you have no... Okay, so maybe that's what I should do. You have no real sense of filter. You have no... you have people that want to opine about everything, and in the most controversial possible way. And I'm not a big fan of that. Everybody wants... And provocateurs, right? Everybody wants to be a provocateur. Nobody wants to talk about how good their day was. Everybody always wants to talk about how bad their day was. Nobody ever wants to talk about the good interaction they had with another person. They want to talk about how they were anti-establishment for a McDonald's that sold them cold fries or something, you know? They didn't... You never hear... You never hear... Alright. Kamek, you doofus. You dingus. Alright, where's that... That's the one I needed. I just didn't spin jump like I should have, because that would have taken me all the way up. Dang. This year's been odd, man. I've put a lot into perspective. I think that's good. It's good to have a time of reflection and try to make sure. It's just, I don't... Again, the internet's great, or could be. It could be great. It is, sadly, not what it could be. You know, people have all of human knowledge, or at least almost all of human knowledge, in their, at their fingertips. And they use it for what? Oh, dang it. I think I've just finally hit my limit and I don't like being on here most of the time. Yeah, I understand that. I don't mind. I mean, I don't blame you, rather, not mind. It doesn't matter. You don't need my permission to get on or off the internet. I don't blame you is what I meant to say. Okay, so that's just a random stalactite. Nope. What I need is for... Ah, shoot, hold on. How do I do this? Okay, well, that's what I needed right there. I don't know why it didn't let me keep spin jumping on it. That's what I needed to do. I'll try again. This may just be like 4 or 5 levels, this whole stream. It's just... We have all of human knowledge at our fingertips, and we don't use it to better ourselves. We use it to occasionally cheat or show people how to, you know, show people how smart we are for, you know, temporary... Something we didn't know. We looked it up, right? Dang it. We looked it up, you know, and then we went and talked to somebody about it, and then we forgot the fact because it was no longer pertinent to us showing off. And then again, you always hear about, you know, the person that you almost always, not always, but you almost always hear about the time that McDonald's got you cold fries, or the time that the meal was just so disgusting you couldn't have it, or the time that this person was just this business manager was just so rude to you that you couldn't believe it. And you don't usually hear about the ones that don't seem to always make, or even often make, the front page are the ones where the ones where I guess that guy's gonna keep respawning infinitely. Oh shoot, that might have permanently killed Comic, and I don't think I can go anywhere without him. No. God dang it. I need to get him to appear there, and then I need to jump over him right before he casts. No, it does not let you spin jump on it continuously. I think I've just finally hit my limit. I don't like being down here, but yeah. I read that one. But yeah, it just you don't hear about the time that this guy was just super good to him, or this person was just super nice, or everything worked out. I'm gonna try to go a different route for just a minute, and I'll maybe research on what the intention is there. If there's, see if somebody else has done that, so that I can not sit there and make everybody just kind of bore everybody else out of their mind, you know. I didn't do world. I don't know how to get to it. I want to see if I can figure it out. But anyway, I don't get it. I understand you can maintain a social media account to fit what you like in here, but that's all just a waste of time most of the time. Well, the thing about it is, you can do all of that, you can shape all of that, sure, but I guess the thing that I have, the amount of times I've posted things lately on Twitter just to delete because it doesn't matter. And the thing, I mean, like, I can't say, because the thing, obviously the things that you delete will probably have been deleted before I was able to read them. But, okay, so this one has a secret, so it's gonna, I bet that secret takes me up. So let's try to find the secret. It's, like, the one thing I guess I would say is, what I would advise, and again, take my advice with a grain of salt, I'm not a genius by any stretch, is that, yes, most of the stuff doesn't matter as it pertains to being online, but I also have seen people become nihilistic because of social media. It's like, oh, nothing matters, right? Why talk about this, because it's all just pointless. And it's because the internet has devalued a lot of the knowledge and the interactions that we should be having. To that I say, it is very. To that I would say that it's that while me telling some random troll on the internet, yes, does not matter, that opinion is remarkably important. But I've had people that have become I've had people that have become nihilists because of the internet. I think this is just the regular exit, is it? I didn't see if maybe I need to go back to find the secret exit. So that's my only thing. I mean, you could be sitting there going, it doesn't matter that I say something on the internet to a troll, and that's perfectly valid. But I'm just, you know, I would hope that you would that you understand that your opinion is valid. It's just and what you think, and it's important, and people will want to hear it. It's just, it's not worth fighting over random people on the internet. I've just realized that I don't care about putting my opinion out there on social media. I'll talk games on my new channel. That's where my thoughts go. Of course. And again, being on a platform, you know, not wanting to argue with some random person on the internet is obviously there's nothing wrong with that. It's just I have friends that just, they kind of sit there and they're almost deflated at the end. It's almost like, well, you know, my opinion on anything doesn't matter because everybody's a troll, nobody's listening, good people don't exist, the entire internet is a whole bunch of, you know, this is and that, and I'm like, you've got to, your opinion matters. I have trouble not replying. I have trouble not replying to stupidity, too, which is another problem with Twitter because it's everywhere. Yeah, definitely. I kind of pick those. I pick those battles very carefully. I don't usually like to engage in at all when it comes to that, because I don't. You're not gonna. Most of the time, you're not going to change somebody's mind from behind a computer screen or a phone screen, for that matter. There are a small handful of people out there that want to actually have debates and conversations about things, and I think that that is... I wish I could go into even just one of these, but I guess not. I don't know if I need this blue brick down here. Hold on. There are people out there that want to have, like, oh shoot. They want to have discussions and they want to have, you know, but it's so hard and fewer and farther between to find that it's like, And then on top of that, the question that you usually have to ask is this is where? Okay, so that's the halfway point. There's got to be a secret somewhere here. Hold on. Let's just... Okay, I see why that might be difficult. I don't engage in whatsoever now. Good, good. Yeah, I mean, that's good. Obviously, it's not worth your energy. But, somebody had a comment the other day about... It was a kind of a boneheaded comment about another gamer being amoral because they were, you know, they didn't follow a specific religion, and it's like, this thread wasn't even about that. This was about games. This was about having fun. This was about somebody doing, in fact, a game cosplay. Like, that's not a fair opinion, and I don't engage very often, but it was just kind of one of those interesting, like, maybe at this point they need to see that it's not that we don't always feed the trolls, so to speak. There will be days when I'll be scrolling Twitter and I'll just think, what am I doing? I could be finishing some game, watching a movie, reading a book, anything. Exactly. That's true. That's very true. The thing I dislike about social media is its immediate assumption and accusation. They're right, you're wrong, and if you're proven, if there's a heart in the way, it's not your fault. It's stupid. If it's proven otherwise, there's no edit or apology, just silence. No, because it's easier to be silent than it is to be correct, or that it is to be wrong, even. I agree. Remember when Kotaku reviewed the PS5 and somehow it turned into a discussion about Donald Trump? I don't actually remember that at all. I know that whatever is happening has got to be up to do with up there. But I don't know how to get up there. It's got to be that pipe, right? Or there's got to be a P-switch that I'm going to have to, like, swim the whole level back with. No, I don't remember that at all. I'm politically privy, but I'm not. I just... One of those pathetic pieces of game journalism and review content ever made. It's... Everybody... Like, that was another thing is to... Because, don't get me wrong, politics are always a kind of... Dang it. It's a console review and it turned into why America's divided because of Trump. Everybody always wants to fit their politics in somewhere, or their religion in somewhere. I don't expect that that's ever going to change. I don't like it at all. But... like that. The thing about it is everybody uses everything so far. At least what I understand, what I've experienced, everybody seems to use everything as a vehicle to express their quote unquote deeper thoughts, right? And I'm putting that in quotes because the deeper thoughts are almost always the same thing. They're almost always. Okay. they're almost always a political thought or a religious thought. They were more religious 30 years ago. Now they're more political. That cycle will probably... I mean, we live in the deconstructionalist age, so they'll probably change more religious again as we move forward, and then that'll change again to political. I mean, that's how the cycle oftentimes goes. But it is... we do need to make sure we're trying to stay in our... Oh, it disappeared before I... son of a gun. Oh, well. We do need to try to make sure we stay in our lanes a little bit and say, you know what, if we're going to be gamers, let's be gamers. Let's not worry about it. I don't think that these barnacles or whatever these... I don't think... There's something weird about them. I can't figure out... I don't understand. Politics should be important, but it's a complete train wreck and one of the most sensitive topics that cause so much divide between people. It's insane. I don't talk religion. I don't talk politics. I'm not hiding anything, but it's not important for anyone on social media to know. I like to be on here to talk what it's like to be on here to check games. I'm like, here's the question that I have, right? This is going to seem like a weird question. Hold on one second. Did I find it? Did I find the thing? Can I go up this pipe? Whoops. Hold on one second. I can. A question? oh, frick. I got scared. So that's the P-switch I was talking about just a second ago, except for that explains why these have so many coins in them now. Because they're going to try to run the P-switch out for you. But if I tap that little button, I can go up here. Okay. And then it's a star door. Do I have to do that star door, or can I just keep going? No, I have to do that star door. Okay. Alright, that's where the secret is to World 3, so that's what we're going to do. Yeah, so I have a question. And that question is, why are religion and politics so controversial? Why can we not? Why have people become so sensitive that we can't talk about them? The answers that I usually hear when I ask these questions are, well, it's always just been that way. That's not a good excuse. The second thing I've heard is... Hold on, let's try this here. The second thing I've heard... is... I mean, because... And the reason it is, the actual reason I think it is that you are... Not you specifically, obviously. Let's see if I can pass this, because that'll be what happens. Okay, I'm also going to run out of time. The reason it is because everybody wants to convert everybody to their way of thinking, not realizing that to do so would almost entirely prohibit us from thinking. Dang it. I was running out of time and I was panicking. Unless you're bringing people out of use. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, the politics and such don't really matter when you think about it. When you think about it, it doesn't really matter. Like, if somebody disagrees with my politics, that's good because that means that there is a chance for us to cumulatively learn something new, or for us to find a problem that one of us didn't see or that the other one sees differently and create a solution based on both of them. Religion's the same exact answer, right? It's an existential crisis, undoubtedly. Oh, shoot. Wait. Ah, God dang it. It's us wanting to answer a question to a great mystery, but at the same time, there are dogma and that's Council of Trent, right? That's where that goes back to. But at the same time, even what I'm saying with your biases, there's the more similar everybody else is, the farther away from finding an actual answer everybody else is. Like if I told you today that I like, I'm gonna make a statement. I'm not saying that this is the truth or not the truth. I'm just saying I make a statement and I say I like Biden. That doesn't make a difference, right? As to whether or not you agree with me, or whether or not I agree with you, because at the end of the day, at present, he's president. Why can't we be friends and have a difference of opinion? Again, that was not me actually opining. That was just me making a statement based off of a current figure. But and I can make this statement for anybody, right? I could say the same thing about, depending on how far back you want to go. I mean, I could say the same thing about Margaret Thatcher. I could say the same thing about Boris Johnson. I could say the same thing about Justin Trudeau. I could say this about any politician. And there's always going to be somebody who disagrees with me. So my thing is, why even bother with that? Why not just develop the opinion I have and talk about it and not be ostracized if it happens to be different from your opinion? Just do that, I guess. Boop. This is a cool little... I mean, there's definitely some difficulty to it, but this is a cool little thing. Dang it. I missed the other water piece, but this is a cool little level. I kind of like this. I think the real problem is not enough people have played Immortal Phoenix Rising. The world would be better if it was a 20 million seller. That game was actually pretty fun. I actually did like that one. Game journalism, the media is the worst for that stuff. It's insane how quickly they'll throw someone to the side for a political difference. Exactly. Like, Kotaku shouldn't matter to Kotaku, at least in my opinion. It shouldn't matter at all to Kotaku whether or not the people that made it were Trump supporters or Biden supporters or any of that. Spec Ops: The Line, great game, very, very good. Sad story for... I don't want to spoil it for anybody, but if you've not played Spec Ops: The Line, you should play Spec Ops: The Line at least once through for its story. Very, very impressive story. Talks about some horrible things that happen to people in war, physically, mentally, all of that. And it's it makes it does make a political statement. It makes an anti-war statement effectively in this, showing this. That is technically a political statement, and everybody says, well, it's not a controversial one. Well, clearly it is, because we go to war all the time. And I mean, just in general, right? We go to war all the time. We're so eager to involve ourselves in war, and other people's wars even. So, not just America, the world, right? Everybody kind of has a level of this. America's pretty... we're very loud about it, but at the same time, it's the same, but it made a statement. So why all of a sudden was that not considered? Why in the world did it not let me keep swimming while I shot? I'm just grateful I don't have a mind like that. I respect everyone as individuals, not who their friends are or what their politics are. Exactly. Just this is me. I talk religion and politics with my friends all the time. I don't have, and I mean the friends that I have here, not all my friends everywhere. So, I mean, obviously, talk politics with you, Ash, but our politics are also very different. But you're also someone who's, said, oh, I'm not interested in that. I have other friends that are here that they love to talk politics. They love to philosophize on religion, and they're very intelligent people. And we talk about it, and none of us agree. All of us are completely, we agree on certain points and such, but we're completely different sides of the spectrum when it comes to religion and when it comes to politics. And yet we've been friends, some of us for 25 years have been friends, despite these kinds of differences. It is possible. Brilliant. Can't even begin to describe the amount of frustration that was. Yeah, considering we're both extreme racists, is not, no, but our politics aren't the same, and so it would be difficult for me to have as informed of an opinion of. Well, I won't divulge unless you well, I guess you did divulge in this. It wouldn't make sense for me to opine on English politics from a perspective of an expert, because I'm not. I don't know in the same way you do. Yes, I have an understanding, a read understanding of it, and yes, I have an understanding of the basics, but it's not actually impacting me. And the same is applicable to American politics. I mean, I'm not saying you're not an expert. You could very well be an expert, but you would really have to invest yourself into the politics of a place that you aren't being directly impacted by the politicking of, or at least you're not being remarkably impacted by. And, we could have disagreements that were uninformed on both sides or whatever. It doesn't matter. It's just... All I'm going to say is I'm giving up on this country. I've wanted to live somewhere else for a few years now. Me and my girlfriend have been talking about it a lot lately. Come to the States, man. I'm not going to say it's any less tumultuous, so to speak, but there are places that you can absolutely find I think you can find a good amount of peace in, for sure. For example, I don't live in it, but I have visited it and I love it. Colorado is absolutely beautiful all times of the year. It's not all rainy and dreary and awful all the time. I'm not saying that England is rainy and dreary and awful all the time, but it's nice and cloudy and snowy sometimes, and there's a little bit of sun if you're a sun person. I'm not. And the people were super friendly. We were there for a while. That was really nice. You can also come to Texas if you want, but it's a whole different breed of people, I can tell you that. I don't know if we would get to spend that much time, because that's still a pretty good that's still a pretty good travel from Texas. Colorado's about... So Texas alone, just to throw this out there, Texas alone, just to go from one end to the other, top to bottom, side to side, doesn't matter which. Just to do that, it's about 12 hours. I'm not a sun person at all, ever, forever. Yeah, same here. So, secret code... digit 2. So I know 2, and then I know we have 6 is the 3. No, it's not that. It's just, I passed it. It's, Texas is it's the second largest state in the United States. Alaska, so it's second largest population and it's second largest, it's second largest populated and it's second largest. Oh. Mycelium mushrooms? Okay. It's second largest geographically, right? Second geographically to Alaska, and second populous to California. So it's a big place. It takes a minute to get through. It's about 12 hours, top to bottom or side to side. Doesn't matter. It's about a 12-hour drive just to do that. So you could literally drive during all daylight hours and still be stuck in the same state. Colorado, I think it took us like 20 to get there because we also had to go through New Mexico. I could be wrong though. Anna would know better than I would. Dang it. The problem I have with America is I hate America. I joke. It wouldn't matter. I mean, you can have an opinion. That's okay too. America's interesting, right? America is a crazy place. Undoubtedly, there are things we've got figured out that other parts of the world don't. There are things that we need to figure out that other parts of the world have figured out. Healthcare is going to be a shock, Is Texas home to normal people, or has it been invaded by the madness? Depends on what madness you talk about. Texans can be a mad people for a number of reasons, so it depends on what madness you mean. Generally, they're nice. I will say that generally they're very nice people. Most of the time. Not all the time, but most of the time. Most of the time, Texans are very nice. Oh, son of a gun, I thought I got out of the way in time. Yeah, most of the time they're very nice people. But yeah, I mean, Texas is nice. You have New Mexico. I'm not a fan of New Mexico. I just got back from New Mexico a couple weeks ago, and that was miserable. But that's just a personal preference. The New Mexican people were pretty nice. The drivers are not particularly gifted, but in my opinion, it's it's a state. Colorado's super nice. Oklahoma's fine. Oklahoma's not a bad place. What else? I mean, there are 50 states to go through. You can literally go and stay in any of them. They're all pretty. I mean, there's a whole. If you want to go to an academic place, you might choose to go to one of the New England areas. They tend to be academically impressive if you're interested in furthering your education. Let's see. Have you been keeping up to date on the Gerard Khalil crazy situation's only gotten worse? Yeah, I have. We talked about this, and I you and I may disagree on the nomenclature, and that's okay. We don't have to agree on it. What my understanding was, as of the news that I heard from, which was last night, it sounded like to me that they were talking about skimming off the top, but I think that they were talking about skimming off the top. It sounded to me more like skimming off the top from the golfing thing, which isn't right, but also it's not something that he is the bookkeeper for and hasn't been the bookkeeper for a long time. The way that I generally, like, everyone keeps calling it a scam, I usually won't call it a scam until there's evidence that the person that committed the scam profited from the scam. That's me. Further my education, I can count to 20. I'm all right. No, you're good. It's like if you wanted to go to a college or a trade school, then there's some great ones in the New England area. But that's, I will say, not all over every state, but there are jobs galore in like here that I'm sure you'd be perfect for if you wanted to, or not. It just depends. I don't believe a word from him. Just some of the things he said on live streams don't add up. Interesting to see if your response, he's just vanished. No, that definitely, I'm not going to condone, I want to be very clear, I'm not condoning any of his behavior, and I'm not defending him. Where the heck am I? I've already been here. Haven't I? What the heck? What? Why did I need that? How do I get to World 3? Is it this secret world? Wait, how do I do this? I don't know how to get to World 3. Or Castle 3 at very least. I mean, like, I don't understand. How do I do it? Is it the secret in this level? I've seen people defend him. You're definitely not... Yeah, no, I'm definitely not defending him. What he did was wrong. The way that I look... So I'll give you my definition. The way that I look at scam is a scam is... I think I gave the definition, but even still. It's just... I don't see it as a scam until the person that is supposedly doing whatever they're doing, allegedly doing whatever they're doing, profits from it. So, for example, the minute that that we can see that money has been spent in a way that is outside of what is traditional for 501c3, you know, for example, for self-profit, yes, that's a scam, and I am 100% against that. However, if it's something where that money is truly just still sitting in the account, and they audit and the amounts are correct, dang it, then I will look at that and say, okay, you know what? I'm not going to hold that against him. Yes, he shouldn't have done that for that long. No, there's not really probably a great excuse for it, but, you know, I can also understand, you know, if my mother had, I put it this way, if my mother had a form of dementia, let's get that blueberry, I don't even know what the heck. If my mother had a form of dementia, I would want to make sure that the money I was donating went to a good charity. It shouldn't take me 10 years to figure it out, no. But I can understand being that level of picky also, because it's something very close to you. If the money is truly setting in the account, I think that what I really hope is going to happen, is that he's going to go, I shouldn't have held on to it for this long. It wasn't necessary. I held on to it because it was really important that I got the right charity. And now I have donated it all. Here's the receipt for that. If he does that, I will look at that and be like, you know what? You're good. What I'm worried about is that they will do the audit and they will find out that he himself profited, and that's not okay. I even saw someone say you could have reached out to him in response to the guy's video who literally speaks to Gerard in his video and proves they didn't watch it. Yeah, Carl Jobst and the other, I can't remember the other guy's name. He's the one I listened to. I mean, obviously I listened to the Carl Jobst one, but that guy as well. I cannot remember his name right now. But anyway, yeah, they had a call with him, and Gerard kind of didn't give a lot. He gave a lot of non-answers, but it's that. In fact, the money's been sitting there for almost a decade because I can't find the specific. Yeah, I saw, and I've heard that too. And he shouldn't have lied about that. Like, that's definitely you're gonna lose. For me, you're gonna lose points for lying to me about the ones you already have been involved in. You're gonna lose points for that. You're gonna lose points for trying to mislead everybody into saying that you've already donated money you haven't donated. That's an Amber Heard, right? I've already donated the $7 million. Well, no, you pledged to donate it. You didn't actually give any money. You said I will give it, and then you have yet to give it. That's not good. But he said otherwise live, that it's going to be specific names. Yeah, yet it didn't. Gerard just sounded panicky in the video, and he's more worried about his reputation than... Oh, yeah. No, of course. But I think it's... And again, not defending it. It's because his reputation is his occupation. And so because his reputation is his occupation, if he loses any of that, I mean, let's hope that he's more nervous about... Let's hope that he's more nervous about his reputation than being audited. That's good. It's not fun to be... I'll just be very clear. I'm not saying it's fun to be audited. I mean, it's not fun to be... Son of a gun. Well, that's okay. I'll do that again. It's not, I mean, if he's more concerned about his reputation than being audited, then that's good, because it means he's not afraid to be audited. But it's not, I mean, that's what I hope will happen. He'll lose points for being dishonest. He'll lose points for doing this other stuff. But if he comes forward, for me at least, if he comes forward and he says, you know what, I did spend more time, I gave all these names of places, then I did research later, found out I didn't like them, they weren't doing what I needed, they didn't have the specialty for the type of dementia that they didn't focus on studies of the specialty, or specialty of the type of dementia that my, mom had or whatever. Yes, you're going to lose some points for lying to me. But I will give you a little bit of a pass and be like, all right, you should not lie to me. I want to see receipts every time from now on. I want to make sure you're undergoing yearly audits, and then I will, you'll have to earn my trust back, but you'll eventually get to do that. If you're scamming people, if you're actually profiting yourself, then no, you will not earn my trust back. And that's why I wait to see if it's a scam, right? That's why I'm saying I'm waiting to see if it's an actual scam, or if he's just been irresponsible about his communication, right? I like Gerard. I understand your point. I've just lost any respect for him. I'm very curious on the follow-up from even if it does. Yeah. I mean, I'm gonna watch the thing with bated breath. I want him to be. I want it to be okay. I don't like that he's lied in that way at all. But again, I have points that I have things that I can look at and I can sympathize with and say, there are instances where I would do that. I don't think I would be dishonest. Oh shoot, yeah, I forgot. I don't think I'd be dishonest. I don't think I would say, what the heck? Yay. I don't think I would be dishonest and tell people that I had been donating to places that I hadn't been donating to. No, but yeah, I think we're just gonna have to see. If he's profiting, to me, that's an automatic no. God dang it. I don't know how I found the one random hole. Just, I'm gonna try to do this again. Let me see how long I've been on, because I'm really hungry. I haven't actually eaten all that much in about 2 days, so I'm gonna try to do this maybe one more time, and then I may call it a stream. Let's see. I want to know why I lied on stream and named specific organizations they hadn't sent any money to. Part of me wonders if it's doublespeak, to be fair, like something where he's saying, I worked with these organizations, and he's trying to get out on the technicality of I worked with them, which he may have, but he didn't donate the money to them like he was meant to. But it wouldn't make sense, because in the Indie, whatever the heck it's called, Indie Land, he did say, that was where the money was going. So, honestly, here's my thing. If that's who he's going to use, there's no good excuse for him to stay there. Like, you lied. You need to own up to that. But, if that money's just there, sitting in that account waiting, and he donates that money, I mean, I'm still game to say, again, I'm still game to be like, you know what? Don't do that again. But you at least kept the money there and didn't spend it. Because a reason that is I know businesses, like, firsthand, I know businesses that have tried to do 501c3. I'm not going to name them, but they tried to do 501c3 and they spent the money themselves and they got audited and they went to jail and all that. Like, that's a scam. In every shape, form, and fashion, that is a scam. Oh, I got a little blue Yoshi. Hello, little guy. That's a scam because they actually factually profited. And that's no good. Come on out. Come on out. Dang it. I need one more. I can't eat him. Is that Paraguma gonna come back, maybe? If I reset, do I lose Baby Yoshi? The answer is yes. Dang it. Okay, hold on. I gotta figure this out here. I get it, but I doubt people in 2013 who gave money thought it was going to be instant to account for. No, I'm not. Again, I'm not defending what he said, what he did. Obviously, that's wrong. But I think the ultimate goal was that the people from 2013 expected that money was going to go to a charity, and he still has the chance to make that expectation a 100% reality. If he's being honest and that money is actually just sitting there in an account, then that man has the opportunity to actually make it all right again. Like they didn't expect it was going to sit in an account, but it doesn't have to. And I think the ultimate goal was they expected that it was going to go to that charity, or go to a charity. That's my thinking. I mean, I agree. It's absolutely wrong. There is no justification for that practice at all. Really? Oh, if he donates the money and it's all there, okay, but he won't. He said that in the video. I'm about to donate it all right now, and he still hasn't. I don't believe it's there. It may not be, and I don't have enough information to say that it is or isn't at this point. I mean, I'm with you. It's definitely sleazy, and I think it'd be very fair to say that you're probably correct. Really? Are we just gonna do this, huh? Did he finally decide that it was appropriate to... Oh, really? How do I eat you? Can I eat that Goomba? That Paragoomba? Yep, but I can't keep him. Dang it. Alright, I don't understand how that works, but yeah. I think I'm going to call that good, but even still, I had fun. I had fun doing it. I know I didn't do a whole lot of levels. They got way hard, but I had fun. Let's see. Well, this is the internet. We disagree on it, therefore we're now enemies until the end of time. That's how it works, right? Yeah, no, I mean, I don't disagree that... No, I mean, no, we're not enemies. We can disagree and be adults and still respect each other. I mean, I don't think that your opinion's out of left field at all. I think that... I think that you're probably right, or you're very possibly right, that it is improbable that he's kept this money, this whole thing, this whole time, or that he's not kept the money the whole time, that he's spent it erroneously. And if he has, it's not a matter of just whether he loses my respect or not. He needs to be in jail. That's tax fraud. That's because you're a 501c3 not-for-profit spending money on individuals in a for-profit manner, right? And not being taxed, because 501c3s they're not for profit, so you don't have the same tax issues that you run into for profit businesses. So if it's not there and he can't donate it, he needs to be put in jail, and he needs to spend a good amount of time in jail with a very hefty bond, if he's even given the opportunity to. But I think he should spend 2 or 3 years in jail if that's the case. But if he's got the money and he donates the whole thing, yes, he's going to lose respect, but I'm not going to look at him as an outright criminal. That's me. You can look at him as an outright criminal right now, and you're no less right. Right now, it's Schrodinger's money, right? It both does and doesn't exist until we can, see that money's still there. Because all we see are the tax statements. The tax statements state that the money's been there, but I don't know. But no, again, we disagree, and that's fine. That's perfectly okay. I'm not trying to... I don't need to convert you, and you don't need to convert me. I mean, both of our perspectives being different is what makes the perspective more well-rounded, I think. So I'm happy. What I am going to do, though... turn this up so I can hear myself a little better. And I have to remember... I think I put it to this button this time. That maybe this button? This one then, perhaps. There we go. Stop converting me, I'm leaving. No, that's I mean, like I said, I get where you're coming from, so I don't think you're wrong, and I don't need to change your mind. if you look at it and you say, I'm not going to respect this guy regardless, that's fine. I get it. Like, let's do that. Sorry. There we go. The man's committing, at very least, dishonesty in the highest degree. So, I'm with you. I just see it a little bit differently because I don't have enough information to say that he's outright criminal or I don't define scummy the same way that you do. That's it. That's all it is. It's dishonest, for certain, and I'm not happy about it, and he's definitely losing. He's, for what I can prove, which was that he has been dishonest, he's lost respect for certain. But that's it's a messy situation. It's a messy situation. I don't like it. But the problem that I have, again, that is overlying this all is the ridiculous conspiracy and controversy that the gaming world is fraught with now. Be it someone being a poor steward of their money, or being outright dishonest with it. I think the Frosk situation, be it a provocateur who wants to insert political narratives, be it greedy corporations that want to own everything and lease it out to you for a quote-unquote fair price. These are all things that these aren't what the gaming industry is. This is what the gaming industry has become, what it wants to be. But the beautiful thing about it is that the gaming industry is dictated by, I think, the gamers. And I think we need to stop fighting each other about games. I think we need to stop fighting each other about games. Who cares if the Nintendo or the Xbox or the PlayStation is the quote-unquote superior console? Who cares if the console exclusives from one console are better than the others, and then therefore that gives you grounds to this? Who cares about the PC master race or the number of buttons on your controller? Why are we fighting about all of those, right? The people that use their keyboards, people that use their controllers, they're all gamers. They're just like us. They like games. They may not like the same games. Dreamcast Master Race, I like that. They may not like the same games that we like. They may not like the same music that we like in their games. They may not like the same control schemes. But at the end of the day, they do the same thing that we do. They go to relax, to become the better at a specific game, to enjoy, and unwind after a hard day or a hard week. And the quicker we can focus on that, the quicker we can unified focus on why the gaming industry isn't letting us do that like they used to. Why can't we own games? Why can't we have things and have fun and sit at the water cooler and talk about, say, why Genesis does what Nintendo don't in a fun way? Yeah, why can't we, why does it have to be gamer versus gamer? Why can't it be gamers versus big business, big gaming business, right? And saying, look, we want to own our games on the disc, put the data, your patches or whatever, but at the end of the day, if you don't like my conduct, ban me from online, but my game still should work. Hashtag bring back the cartridge, right? That kind of thing. I mean, Nintendo, right? That's the one thing I will give them super kudos on, is their games are on their little cartridges. There are patches, most of them, but they have, and it's just, I don't know. I don't understand why something that was supposed to be fun is now so divisive. Like, religion's never been fun. Politics have never been fun. Those are all business. Gaming is always supposed to have been about having fun. It's never supposed to have become political or religious. It's always supposed to be that. So I don't understand. We should have a series on our group channel where you just discuss the industry topic with some music behind you. It would do well. Well, I mean, if it's something that you enjoy, I don't think I'm controversial. Maybe I'm controversial. I don't think I'm controversial, but like I'm not interested in talking about how bad Kotaku is. I'm not interested in talking about how much GameStop has declined or how many basis points they've lost. That doesn't matter. That's business. And I don't play games to do business, right? I play games to escape from the business I've had to do. So let's talk about things that impede my ability to escape that business, right? Let's talk about being able to own our games again. Let's talk about having full ownership of games. I love GOG.com. I'm not sponsored by anybody, but I'll give a huge shout out to GOG.com, right? Maybe I'm controversial. Maybe, but there shouldn't be. The controversy, it's gaming controversy. It should not be that big of a deal. It's not that big of a deal. It should not be. GOG.com. Go buy your games. You own them. You download the game to your PC. Great. Let's talk about Jackie Chan. I'd love to. That game's freaking hilarious. It's not. I mean, it's yeah. That's a fun game. But that would be fun to play on the channel at some point too. I'll have to take a look and see if I can get. I think I can. I think I got the PS1 hooked up here. So actually, I think that wouldn't be a problem at all. But it just let us own our games again. Quit trying to rent us out. Quit trying to stipend us and rent us out at month to month. Quit trying to make it so that every month you have to profit for us to have fun. Let it be that we purchase our games from a business, reputable. You make your profit from that purchase. You go on and take that profit and invest it in the way you want, and we'll take our time in our game and invest that in the way we want. That sounds good. I think that'd be good. Let's focus on making things fun, right? That's all we have to do. It's not hard. I've spent decades chronicling games, and most of my games are on discs and on cartridges. And you better believe that the ones that are the most, that I've collected the most, had a hiccup. The ones that I've collected the most are cartridge-based or disc-based games that don't require online. A lot of Wii U, a lot of Wii, a lot of NES and SNES and Sega Genesis / Master System and N64 and PlayStation 1 and PSD, like all these games, because these are precious games. These are the heyday and the era of the gamer, not the game maker. And I love it. I love it so much. And that's why I support and I continue to support GOG and CD Projekt Red, because they do the same thing. I mean, yes, you have some online with The Witcher and the thing and such, but they focus on trying to make sure that you have what you have. It's great. You need to do it on the group channel with commentary from me and Gareth. I'd love to discuss the topics. So I guess we would probably have nuanced takes on it, each of us. But I think the soul of it we would be in agreement on. I think maybe I'm wrong. You should do a tour of your games. I did a kind of quick live stream at one point, just showing the shelves upon shelves upon shelves of games. I would love to do a tour of my games, but if I were just to go through the entirety of my collection, it would literally be a several hours long video. Again, it's decades of effort and practice. It's a lot. It's a lot. But I would love to do it at some point in time. In fact, probably when I'm done with this, I'll send you a couple of just random just pictures, just showing you the chaos, because we're trying to work on a new catalog for them. But yeah, I mean, it's just, I look back at them and I'm so happy about I'm so happy about the way that gaming used to, I'm so happy about the choice to collect and enjoy gaming the way it was. And I've got these little, I'm looking at it right now. I've got the box for Conker's Bad Fur Day and sitting there, and I've got my Earthbound sitting in my Super Nintendo, and I'm sitting there going, yeah, these are rare games, but it's not even that. It's just knowing that game, as rare as it is, as difficult as it is to come across or whatever, I can put that into my system at any time and I can play it. I can just turn it on, and I have from beginning to end that entire experience, that entire single player experience, or multiplayer in the case of Conker, right? I'm looking at Chrono Trigger, I'm looking at Dracula X, I'm actually looking at a Japanese copy of Last Bible 3, which I cannot play because it's a little bit more story orientated and my kanji is not very good. So, but even little games, I'm looking at Vegas Stakes, I'm looking at Super Castlevania 4, I'm looking at Mega Man, and these are just, it's so cool. It's so cool to say that I can take any of these cartridges at any given time and I can pop it into my machine and I can play it. And I have the whole experience. Do you have Clay Fighter 63 1/3? Yes, I have. Yes, I have. This is all there is to that. So, I was never a huge fan of Clay Fighters, to be fair. But probably because I'm not a particularly gifted fighter, and then on top of that, the 64 was kind of a difficult system to play a fighter on. The same thing with like Fighter's Destiny, which I have. I just wasn't. I wasn't very good. I wasn't very good at it. But I'll revisit it again. May even revisit it on the channel at some point if that's something that you guys are interested in. Just take a look at it. But yeah, I've got a lot of good games, and there's something so exciting about getting to. There's something so exciting about getting to pop a cartridge or a disc in and know that the entire experience is contained right there. You have the whole book. You're not having to consistently shell out a couple of cents for every page after the first. You're just, that whole book from beginning to end is yours. I don't know. Something really comfortable about it. But anyway, I'm going to, Ash, I may send you some pictures of some of the stuff just after the fact, just for the fun of it, to see what you think. It's a mess. I won't send pictures of everything, obviously, because I've got so much, and it's just crazy. I mean, when I'm saying games, I mean thousands now. I mean, it's not just hundreds; it's literal thousands of games. But I'll just send you some of the mess that I have and try to find a way to. We're working on finding a way to catalog it. I've got it cataloged digitally, like I know what I have and don't have, but to make it comfortable to like reach and grab something off of a shelf is right now that's a challenge. So we're gonna need more shelving is basically what it comes down to. But what I wanted to say. I remember I'm not on Discord at the moment. Oh, that's correct. Okay, that's fine. I can just I know where I can reach you. I'll send it to you there if that's okay. If you're interested. I mean, I don't have to bother you with it at all if not. But I don't know. I like it. But anyway, I want to say thank you to everybody for popping into the stream. Thank you to Ash. Thank you to Viddy for always being awesome. Great company, good conversation, and listening to my ramblings and rambling with me a little bit. And, I love that. I think it's fantastic, and it's always a pleasure to get to talk with often sharper minds than mine, and certainly from different perspectives. So I definitely appreciate that. It's all about this. It's all about talking. It's all about having fun. It's all about being with gamers. Ash, I think we're a perfect example of this. Viddy's definitely seems to favor Nintendo. Switch, you definitely seem to favor the PlayStation 5. I favor retro, and yet nobody's elite, nobody's better, nobody's worse. It's just about us playing the games that we enjoy. Viddy's a Tears of the Kingdom, Breath of the Wild kind of guy. You're not so big on that. I wasn't super big on it. But then you're super big on Returnal and I've never even played that, and then it's so it's just we have this. It's a good. That's funny. No, I do. I mean, I usually, unless you really need. To be fair, I assume that you're joking if you say something like that generally. But even still, I mean, even if that's your opinion, that's fine. There's nothing wrong with having a different opinion about games. Like, the fact that we can just sit here and talk about games and completely disagree on a topic is perfectly fine. I love the Wii U. I've got two. I've got one back here and I've got one in our living room, and I'm probably going to buy a third for the bedroom, honestly, because we'll have a television up there. We have a Switch dock and all that. So it's just so, I don't know, it's fine. It's so good to be able to talk with people that have different preferences and different likes and not be at each other's throats. I love it. But Ash, you, Viddy, Thumb, Omega, I hope myself, I try to be. I think we're good examples of being able to talk about different preferences and not be at each other's throats. This shouldn't be that way. Again, I just mentioned all of them, but I'm going to mention anyone else who watches this after the fact. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you listened to a fair amount of the spiel, and I hope that this has kind of rung true to some of you as well. Maybe you've looked at it and said, you know what, I am a little bit tribal. I am a little bit of an elitist, or, maybe I do seem to hold grudges, or maybe you have a friend that does the same thing and you get upset at that and you kind of maybe rise to the bait a little bit. I know that we all can do that. I've done that before to all kinds of different topics, and as I've gotten older, it's just not been as necessary. It's never been worth that effort. Maybe something like that will ring true in a circumstance with you, and you'll look at it and say, you know what, it is about games and having fun, and it is okay for someone to tell me that the best game objectively ever is something and I don't agree, and I can just say okay and know that they're having fun with that game and I can have fun with it, you know. But the guys that I mentioned, Omega Ace Gaming, Ash, Viddy's Gaming Videos, and Viddy Plays, Thumb Bros, and of course my wonderful wife Anna, all of them are linked down below if you are interested in seeing other gamers who focus on the games and the gamers, not on the controversy, not on the drama, not on the divisiveness, but great gamers who love to put great game content for your entertainment. I'd say take a look down below at those channels. There are a couple of them that don't have any content, or one that doesn't have any content yet. Subscribe and get a notification, because when that content starts coming, that's going to be amazing content. You're gonna want to see that. Other than that, I want to say thank you for anybody who came here after the fact and watched this, and thank you for listening to my rambling and watching me fail and have fun with it. I hope you guys have a wonderful day and a wonderful rest of your weekend, and we'll see you guys next week.